the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. To throw is Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. That's into the hands of the rookie from Florida. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Jackson now. On the RPO, he'll keep it. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
To me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hughes. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Hughes. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for a Buccaneer first, to pick up of 12 yards.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A big play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Jackson. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Buccaneers.
And Jackson throwing once more. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And it is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Jackson going to keep it. And it's caught. And it is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Rashad Bateman from 6 yards away. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. No matter what the defense throws at them, they feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! What's up?
On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. The Bucs at 8-4 now in the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
What a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right out and right up the middle.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
It's now second and 6.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they are looking at a second down and 6 coming up. A handoff from Mitchell running left. And a short gain here down to the 22.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This now a 3rd and 4. Up the middle they go. It's Hughes. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. 22 yards. And the Bucs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Here's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown, but incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. First down, here's Mitchell. And a short gain down to about the 33. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Mayfield to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they take a 17-14 lead. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
13.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Makes the connection to his running back, Derrick Henry. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 35.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
Throwing is Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. Now 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 18-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. There's Evans again. Complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of room.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
They'll go with a keeper. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Let's go. Next one. Hey.
Here's Jackson to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
The ball placed just outside of the end zone as they come up again on another 3rd and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are able to move back in front. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Buccaneers 17.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Set. 180. What's up?
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. That's caught. Buccaneers down the right sideline. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Buccaneers, 63 yards. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Ravens 41.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime. And to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides.
I think everyone in the stadium is going to have to regroup a little bit, including the two of us. Yeah, I think we have to get a little oxygen, relax a little bit, and see what we can get going for the second half. The same as these teams, because right now everything's working really well. Can someone come up with something to slow them down?
And both defenses back on their heels. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on third down, Jackson. Yeah, quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on third down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. Back to throw. Jackson. He'll try to do it himself. A good play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first.
Well, he didn't get much, but he didn't need much. He got just enough on that play. The pressure came, but they allowed him to escape, and he got to the sideline and got out of bounds, picking up a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Duvernay. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down.
Brings up second and 3.
Looking to throw. Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Facing second and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why don't I just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's taken in by Duvernay. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Lamar changing the play. Henry will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown.
And you can forgive this defense just a bit here. They know how dangerous Lamar Jackson is running the football. Stopping him is in many ways a prime concern. So here, they're late to react to the handoff on the option, and it costs them as this winds up a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. with this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half. We'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The big man, Nnamdi Madubuike, there on the tackle. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Run.
Mayfield on play action. He sets to fire deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They go play action. Mayfield. He'll try and do this himself. He's got his target. That's complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final play of the half, Mayfield. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football. And now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Odafe Owe there on the tackle.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try the left side. It's Hughes. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 48 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times. Right back to him on first down. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their number 1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
On 3rd down, Hughes. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
A 4-yard loss. It's 4th down.
Regular. Alert.
4th down, Mayfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Wide open receiver complete. Look at the big fella go. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards.
And what a letdown after a huge play. He's going to pull this in and then set sail for the end zone. And he nearly made it, too. But he's going to be tracked down just short of the goal line. So big play there. It's going to set him up with first and goal.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. His 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Ravens are able to stretch out their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime...
Now Mayfield lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score a point, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. 50 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing, Mayfield. To the right side and intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Jackson going to keep it. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ballgame as it's intercepted. And the Bucs are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Intercepted.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And they'll find some room to get this out to about the 14. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Right back to Mitchell here. And he's going to get this one across the 3-yard line. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
That's good for a first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Trying the right side with Mitchell. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. 69 yards. And the Bucs have cut it back within a score. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Jackson going to keep it. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Jackson from the shotgun. Hits him in stride. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Again, Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. Complete. It's Henry. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. The toss left side from Mitchell. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 153 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
What's that?
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
A first carry for Rashad White. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first down, it's Hughes. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
42. Buccaneers 39.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. First down carry for Henry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. There on the stop was Leo Chanel. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On first down, it's a run with Ali. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 7. To throw is Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
This won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. This time Jackson will throw it. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 8 yards out, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Now that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-scoring deficit.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Mayfield off the play fake.
Throw out right. It's brought in by Otten.
It's a gain of 18. Complete to Cade Otten. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Hughes. And down inside the 40 to about the 38.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play. Not your normal call in short yardage, but the toss works very well there. Big people out in front, being physical, and they pick up a first down.
A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10.
20.
Mayfield.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Real.
Mayfield to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
180.
Now Mayfield.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
This is 4th down. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Mayfield toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now a run here, and he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know, exactly. I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. He's going to get it again, just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And he takes it in for the score. The game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Ravens, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to